Welcome back, it's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the Time to Travel collection from Bella Blvd. I only have a few of the papers left and not too many embellishments left for this collection, but I decided to kind of, I don't know if it's step out of the box a little bit or just kind of use the collection for something other than travel. I have 3 photos that I'm going to be using, and during 2020, we rode our Ranger quite a bit, just around the yard, up and down the road, and in the photos, this one would have been just in the yard. As you can see, none of us have helmets on. We would have put helmets on the road. But just had a lot of fun, and again, I just had a layout that I did of my oldest and his silly faces and his silliness, and once again that shines through in these photos, and I just love them. So this striped paper I am going to cut in strips based on the color because I wanted to be able to rough up the edges. So these are going to be angled behind my photos here. And you can see that I did actually angle the white paper that I used for the background. I just thought that would be kind of a fun look. And I kind of had an idea that these strips of paper would be angled as well. So I am just going to use my distressing tool. It is a Sizzix tool. I think it's linked down below for you if you are interested, and it's just super easy. It's a long one, and I just kind of go up and down the page, and it kind of distresses it. I had some scraps left over, and so I decided to see if I could make those scraps work instead of using the whole 12 by 12 length. So that green is a scrap piece. There is going to be a navy, I believe, that I use that is a scrap piece, and I think those might be the only 2 that were the same width. But again, just distressing them. I have that light kind of aqua. I had used my cousin's stamp and thin cut set a while ago and pre-stamped and cut out, because obviously I had to give it back, quite a few ATV images. And so that is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use a couple of those on this layout. So just kind of a good idea if you're borrowing something and you think you're going to use it. Obviously, you don't know the color that you're going to use, but I did like I think it's the color Capri, maybe, the Close to My Heart ink Capri. And then I just did black. I figured I couldn't go wrong with black. And so I have quite a few of those stashed away still. So you could see that navy or that darker blue color did not work where I initially put it, but then I decided it would work going behind the 3rd photo. So I was able to use a couple of scraps, the green and that dark blue. I am just going to single back my photos in white. I figured because it was on all of those bright colors, the white would be sufficient in making the photos kind of pop. So that is going to kind of be the base of the layout. I do mix quite a few different pieces for embellishing. I bring in a Scrap and Happy Studio flare. My title actually is from an older foam title sheet. I don't even know what it's from. So again, it was nice to be able to use up and kind of combine collections, and just kind of use things in my stash. So I do have the sticker sheet, and I do have the chipboard from the Time to Travel collection. So there are a few pieces in there that I'm going to use. The title I'm going to use is My Fave. I just thought it was really cute, loved the font, wanted to incorporate some black into the title as well, because, or into the layout, because I have these perfect flares, the canvas flares from Scrap and Happy Studio, and those are black and white, and I wanted to be able to use that. So I kind of had to play around with the title for the placement, because they do kind of not interlock, but kind of fit together. So I had to figure out if I was going to overlap it in my photo or leave it just on the paper. Just some work to do, maneuvering that around. So again, here are just some of the pieces that I think I'm going to use. Not really sure where. If you've been watching my recent videos, when I have a lot of ephemera, stickers, just embellishments in general, I have really been making some larger embellishment clusters, which I really enjoy. This layout, because I have so few pieces and am kind of, you know, it's a travel collection. Yes, we're kind of on our Ranger, but it's not travel. We're not jet setting. I see that sticker there that says jet set. It's not a road trip. So I had to kind of be selective with my pieces. And so I did struggle a little bit with what to use and kind of what would look good in the clusters. So I am going to use that globe at the top. I just like the phrase on it. It's kind of like not all who wander are lost. It's not those exact words, but it is very similar. And so I decided to use that that Capri ATV because I wanted to overlap it on the black and white flare there from Scrap and Happy Studio. And I just didn't want kind of the black on black. So I am going to commit to that fun time sticker at the top along with that globe, and then just kind of play around with the little bits and pieces of the collection, I guess. I did add that road sign, off-road only. That was from the stamp and thin cuts that I had borrowed. Added a heart there and just kind of added some smaller bits. I don't know if they are, I don't know, they're the little bits and pieces. I don't think they're acrylic. I can't think of the name of them now. But hearts and different little bits and pieces. So I do scatter those throughout each of the clusters just to finish those off. I will see if there's anything left at a cherry on top or Scrapbook.com from the Time to Travel collection. I think it is a great travel collection. Love the bright colors of it. So I'll look and see. I'll also tag or link Scrap and Happy Studio because she's got flares for all occasions. Any layout, she's got a flare for it. I am sure of it. I did end up deciding to add those photo corners to the corners of the white paper and just thought it, again, brought in a little bit more of that black and white and just added a little bit something, maybe helped the middle, that white paper pop a little bit more. But again, I'll have some links down below if you guys are interested, but I hope you guys enjoyed and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.